All right, so I wanted to do a product review, and I do not get paid for this. My YouTube channel is not even monetized, and I'm not worried about it. I bought one of these Strike Force ferro rods at Walmart, actually some time ago, probably, I don't know, 2 years ago, and I never really did much with it. I just, okay, you know, it's a ferro rod. I threw it in the car kit and left it there. And at first look, it looks pretty cool. It's got a piece of paracord here. It's got a little bead. It comes apart. It's got a pretty beefy ferro rod and a decent striker. It's you know, and it comes together. It's bright orange. You can't lose it. So, you know, if you drop it, you got a pretty good chance of finding it. It's got a little box in it for tinder. I've just got a bit of hexamine tablet and some petroleum cotton in this little baggie. That's a pretty good storage compartment like that. All the pieces are kept together with this paracord. Pretty aggressive striker. The problem is I took it out finally out in the field and a little while ago. And I showed a guy at work. I was doing some work out. My current boss has some property he manages, and I grabbed my haversack and threw some stuff in it so I'd have it just for dinking around in case I found something cool to take or whatever. And I showed him how these ferro rods work. And this thing does shoot some pretty good sparks, but something happened. I hit it, and all of a sudden my ferro rod was gone, because it just popped right out. And I almost didn't find it. It almost crossed the road. I was making I was like lighting some fat wood or something on that I had on fire, and then I went like this and showed him how good it can actually shoot a spark, and it went flying probably good 8-10 feet. Not a good thing to have happen on a piece of gear. Now that is a substantial ferro rod, and I'm going to keep the ferro rod, but I'm not going to keep this. What I like to do is something like that. Take a good piece of paracord, take your ferro rod, and wrap some Gorilla Tape around it. And you can, you know, add your striker and stuff like that. A lot of these, you know, this is a 3/8, you know, and I used one for years and years. This is just the one I replaced from my Mora kit. And this won't fall apart, and you've got a tinder source and repair source, you know, whatever, first aid. And I happen to have a whistle on mine with some electrical tape on it for the same thing. It's pretty good whistle. Just one out of one of those survival kits. And I also have a Ranger band, also can be lit on fire, and a piece of fat wood strapped to the back of it. I like doing something like that versus this awesome ferro rod. And I suppose I could re-glue that, but I'm not going to trust it now because I almost lost my ferro rod. So I'm probably going to, I mean, the container, if it was just a container, it's probably all right. I could probably do something with that, but, you know, it's kind of chintzy. I'll probably salvage the paracord and this bead and my tinder out of it, but I'm not going to put that back in here. Anyways, so that's my take on the Strike Force Flint and Steel kit.